Hello, so I'm going to be talking about a minimum security prison that I designed for the course this quarter. So the location is Orion Charter Township in Michigan. It is surrounded by mainly rural farm areas. As you can see to the left in the picture, it is surrounded by some communities and little towns. It's going to have to be approved mainly by the community, because if the community doesn't like it, the mayor and the secretary and the council, they'll probably most likely deny the prison. It has to be approved because it's going to be using taxpayer dollars, and the community just needs to decide if they want a prison nearby, even though there's minimum security. So we're going to have to do some very good convincing to let them approve this prison in this area. There are some security measures for the prison. It's going to go by the Panopticon design. It's also going to be following the Central Michigan prison design as well that I looked at. These pictures will be on the next page and we'll look at them. It's going to be mainly for lower level security inmates, such as minimum security. The two outer fences are going to be, there's going to be two outer fences and with the razor wire on top to prevent anybody from trying to escape. And there's going to be also advanced security cameras with sound and audio and visuals along the corridors and along the outer fences as well, with random patrols and security towers to prevent any kind of escapes from happening. There's going to also be an administrative building that's going to be separated in its own little perimeter to near the outer fence, keeping hold of all logs, documents for everybody inside the prison, visitors, staff, prisoners, law, and documents, anything that needs to be kept under lock and key. So here's the prison design. The Pentonville prison in North London also follows the Panatomic, and as you can see, there's that little diagram that shows it's mainly how there's power in the middle. The overtower oversees all the corridors, so that's where like the overseer pretty much is. And then the bottom right is the Central Michigan design that I'm basing my prison mainly off of. Enough open spaces, and then as you see, the two outer fences and cameras will be able to catch anyone that maybe tries to get out in time. There's 4 prison roles that I thought of right away. The first will be the warden. He's going to be overseeing all prison operations. That's who the correction officers, medical staff, and administrative staff. That's what everyone basically reports to. There's also the medical staff who cares for the injured and the sick. Injured probably from fights and stuff like that, or if you just get sick, because they do have the right to medical attention inside the prison. There's also the correction officers. They oversee prisoners and log their every move, so no one gets misplaced inside the prison and ends up where they do not belong. And there's the administrative staff, like I mentioned before. They take care of the records and documents. They take all the logs that the corrections officers log out throughout the day as their day goes on. There's also some treatment programs the prison's going to have. There's 2 main ones. The first one's substance abuse and dependency rehab programs. They're mainly for people who rely on drug and alcohol to get through their life, and those who rely on drugs and alcohol are more likely to commit crimes than those who don't. There's also educational and GED programs to help them have a brighter future and help them hopefully get a job after prison. This can be pretty difficult though, because they still have that prison record on with them. And then for the rehab programs, you have to actually want to change. That's what prison's all about. If you don't want to change, then it's most likely not going to rehabilitate you, and it's going to take longer for you to actually for the prisoners to actually get out of prison. Here's a basic mock-up of daily operations. Prisoners will wake up, they'll go to their morning meal, go to their yard time, go back to their cells, go back to the midday meal. They'll attend work duty, which could be laundry, dishes, yard duties in the yard, like maybe taking care of the lawn and stuff like that. Back to their cell, their night meal, they'll do some more recreational times, get to do stuff they want to do, and then pretty much go back to bed. All this will be logged through each correctional officer's log, and if anything happens like fights or stuff like that, then obviously the corrections officer will be responsible for logging that in, and if any actions needs to be taken towards a prisoner, that will be taken as well. There's a couple ways to handle problems. There's a separate building for regular if needed. Hopefully that's not needed since it's a minimum security prison, but certain prisoners will be able to start a ruckus if they want to. The prison staff will hold batons and pepper spray. They don't need no kind of serious kind of weapons. You want them to handle situations as peacefully as possible. And those will mainly be used in case of a fight if they need to control the fight. Because you don't want them overusing their power and using any excess force than is needed. And lastly, just security in general. Security is always important in prisons. You want to make sure everyone's safe. That includes prisoners, staff, and visitors, and you want to make sure the community is safe outside as well. Make sure none of the prisoners are getting out. So I believe that is about it for this presentation. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.